burrows folk gather here today because... All right, people, settle in, settle in. All right, now, I asked that all the burrows folk gather here today because as of right now, the Burrows boys are withdrawing from our alliance, claiming ownership over these tunnels. For some of you, that is probably confusing. Maybe you're asking yourself, Marcus, what's that mean for the Burrows? What's it mean for me? Well, friends, it's really pretty damn simple. It means that, as of now, I own everything in these tunnels. The rats, the mold growing on your mattress, the bricks you are standing on. They're all mine. But, not to worry, I will be a kind and fair one. I will let you continue using my facilities if you obey one very simple rule. That is to follow my every order to a T. If I tell you to do something, you do it. I need something, you get it. I ask you for the moon, you figure out how to pull that SOB out of the sky and bring it right down here to me.
And if we refuse?
Well, you could do that. You could. But you'd be more screwed than you already are. Look around, Trish. My boys are the only ones here with guns and the only ones who know anything about fighting. None of you can touch us. You wouldn't stand a chance. I understand you folks have gotten used to the chummy, love your neighbor bullshit. But the New World Order is here. Now, I get it. That is some bitter medicine to swallow. But if I need to help you force it down, just know that I am more than happy to oblige.
Romeo Squad, this is Defiance. Priority message follows. Intel shows a significant amount of military robotics at the Harper's Ferry pump station. Proceed to the location through the city sewer and conduct recon to identify the source. Report back by 0700. Ad Victorium.
Are you kidding me?
Nothing matters. The Mueller report didn't matter. Just, of course it didn't. Because no matter what is said, there will be someone claiming left, right, top, down, whatever. It's nonsense. The Mueller report comes out. What do we learn? Potential attempts at obstruction of justice. No determination made. In which case, in a definitive sense, there was no obstruction. And that's kind of like a colloquial and simple way to put it. There was somebody who tweeted that, my video yesterday, was wrong because, or could be wrong because all these media outlets are saying they've been vindicated and they've been justified. Listen, I clearly stated at the very beginning of the video, if you want to be fair, you can say two things. No collusion. Mueller found potential instances of obstruction or attempts at it that weren't carried out and ultimately made no determination. That's seriously that's literally what Mueller said. What do you have? I'm not going to blame conservatives when they say no obstruction because, in a sense, it's a simplified way of saying there's no obstruction, there's no charge against Trump. Nothing was obstructed. There may be attempts. The left is saying evidence of obstruction because Trump tried. It's all framing, it's all nonsense, and of course, like clockwork, AOC and Ilhan Omar backed Trump's impeachment in the wake of the Mueller report. Democrat firebrands insist Congress needs to investigate whether the president obstructed justice because it is our job. Imagine that. Here's the thing. Many of the circumstances that are being listed by the left as obstruction were attempts to, I don't know how to describe it, because I'm certainly not going to give Trump a pass on these things. He was trying, in one instance he said, this, Robert Mueller is special counsel of a conflict of interest. So, here's what it sounds like. When Trump found out they were going to bring on a special counsel, he knew that regardless of whether or not he did anything wrong, they were going to screw with him. So it seems like he may have taken action to try and restrict in some capacity. Ultimately, my opinion on the matter is irrelevant. Because in the end, Robert Mueller says, we're not exonerating him, we didn't really find evidence of a criminal obstruction. So there you go. But it doesn't matter, because you're going to get AOC Ilhan Omar saying obstruction of justice. It's just kind of crazy to me. There are some people who believe that obstruction can't occur if there's no underlying crime. It's an interesting conundrum, which I don't have a particularly strong opinion on for a few reasons. Is it possible that the reason that they didn't find a crime was because of obstruction? In this instance, no, because Trump didn't obstruct. He may have tried, but I think that at the very least, you could say Trump tried to obstruct in some way, was unsuccessful, we're done. Let's read about impeachment, though, because certainly the Democrats aren't going to stop. Like clockwork, they are now saying, this is it, this is what we need, it's time to impeach. Democratic congressional freshmen Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar have joined forces in voicing support for an impeachment order against President Donald Trump following the full release of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report. AOC and Omar's stance marks a significant contrast to those of their more senior Democratic colleagues, but they believe the findings detailed in their report contradict Trump's assertions that he's been totally exonerated from any criminal wrongdoing. One area of contention for Mueller was whether Trump had attempted to obstruct justice during the investigation into potential Russian collusion into the election, and he was unable to state categorically that no criminal conduct occurred. He also didn't conclude that it did, leaving us to now fight amongst ourselves as we are now doing. Instead, he highlighted Congress's constitutional powers to investigate the matter further themselves if they saw necessary. The congressional newcomers believe it's their responsibility to conduct such a probe, and now they're urging their colleagues to answer the call. I despise these people, and they have just increasingly become more my God, I have never been so frustrated and annoyed because they are not legislating. They are not doing their jobs. They are just sitting here flailing their arms around about Donald Trump. And even I'm sitting here saying, yeah, maybe Trump did try to obstruct, but I don't care anymore. For the love of God, pass some bills, rescind some laws, change the system, fix problems, offer up solutions. Sitting there, wiggling your arms and you're screaming about Trump does literally nothing. I just made a video about how Yuma, Arizona has declared a state of emergency because they got so many migrants. We're at record levels. Trump comes out and says national emergency, fine, disagree with him, but do something. Instead, what do we hear over and over again? We got to impeach Trump. Why? Seriously, I am so sick and tired of people grandstanding and acting like any of this matters. Look, it says, Ocasio-Cortez, while I understand the political reality of the Senate election considerations upon reading the DOJ report, which explicitly names Congress in determining obstruction, I cannot see a reason for us to abdicate from our constitutionally mandated responsibility to investigate. Many know I take no pleasure in discussions of impeachment. Oh, please. I didn't campaign on it and rarely discuss it unprompted. We all prefer working on our priorities, Medicare for all, tackling student loans, and a Green New Deal. But the report squarely puts this on our doorstep. You know why I just absolutely cannot stand this woman? I made a long Twitter thread about why we need student loan forgiveness. And I actually, and this is begrudgingly, because I knew people in college who used their loan money to party, and that pisses me off. It does. But you know what? We do have a serious crisis where our society told kids, you gotta do this, you didn't, they screwed them over, and now because they're in debt, they're in so much debt they can't get out of, they're turning to people like Cortez. So you know what? Maybe the solution is counterintuitive, and we need to figure out some kind of forgiveness plan so people can get off of this debt and become entrepreneurs and get back in society, start building things instead of being weighed down and then begging the state. So it's counterintuitive. I don't want them begging for socialism, so maybe we have to get a little back. So I'm in favor of student loan forgiveness. The Green New Deal, at its most general idea, I actually agree with too, except what she's proposing is complete crap. Can we get the government to invest in new programs? We absolutely can. Can we repair our infrastructure? Oh, hell yeah. Can we advance nuclear technologies and renewables? Yes, 100%. Let's do it. And what is the Green New Deal? Guaranteed jobs. To who? How? Universal health care, universal college. It's a bill promoting socialism, and she's putting a green sticker on it to trick people. I am beyond my wits' end with this nonsense. Now she's sitting there going, oh, I hate to do this because I really just want to do the right thing, but we're gonna have to impeach Trump. Shut up, dude. You know, I'm gonna defer to Mr. Pete Buttigieg, okay? I'm giving this guy, I disagree with some of his policies. I think he's got a backwards view on Assange and Manning. But here's a tweet from Glenn Greenwald. Pete Buttigieg pretty clearly says Democrats should try to defeat Trump in 2020, not impeach him. Have any leading Democratic presidential candidates advocated impeachment? Not that I can find. But that's not the issue, Glenn. That's not the issue. And I'll say this to Glenn, pushing back on these ridiculous Russiagators, respect. But the issue is, AOC is sitting here trying to impeach Trump. It's not so much whether or not Democratic presidential candidates are saying that. It's that the narrative emerging is people saying it's time to impeach. Well, Nancy Pelosi said we shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't do that. You're not going to win any favors by playing a silly game. No collusion. We wasted these years, and now, because Trump was trying to obstruct for whatever reason, you now want to file for impeachment. You know what that says to me? You don't care about moving this country forward at all. You're playing a ridiculous partisan game, and I just cannot stand these people. When I look at Trump, I see someone who's boorish, oafish, condescending. He's kind of an asshole, absolutely. Some of his policies work. Some of his policies are kicking the can down the road to leave for the next administration, and his foreign policy really pisses me off. I'm not a fan of any presidential foreign policy, so I don't put that on Trump entirely. You know, Obama did the same thing. In fact, Obama was worse. And George W. Bush did this. So I'll recognize the economy is great, and to that extent, I don't really know what to tell you. I'm not a fan of the guy. But I'll tell you what, when I see these people, I see duplicitous tribalism. They pretend like they care. They pretend like they actually want to solve the environmental problems, and they don't. What do? They create a Green New Deal and they tax people. Would you be in favor of government investing in programs to help, advance technology? And everyone's like, that sounds like a great idea. What you don't say is, would you be in favor of government mandated, universal health care, universal college, guaranteed jobs, and economic security for those unwilling to work? That is not a Green New Deal. That is utter nonsense that makes no sense. The plans are absurd and ridiculous. I don't believe she actually cares about any of these things. I don't believe that she knows how she's talking about. The counting error was going to generate, was literally money. I'll tell you what. I'll give you $1. You give me the $1 back. We'll do it $100,000, and then we'll put on paper that you made $100,000 with a $100,000 expense. Sounds like you got money. It doesn't. It was $1. She doesn't seem to know what she's talking about. You know what he has is that, here's Elon Omar. Impeachment is part of our constitutional responsibility. We have an obligation to investigate whether the president committed impeachable offenses, including obstruction of justice, emoluments clause, collusion, and being a top one. Okay. I'm just. There are some things that I think Trump has done that I think are absolutely worrisome. And particularly the commando raids, the stuff, he vetoed a bill that would have ended our essential, secret war in Yemen. I don't like what the United States is doing in foreign countries, providing weapons. Tulsi Gabbard said that Donald Trump was the bitch of Saudi Arabia. And I feel that, I like Tulsi. It's a bit crude. And the way I see it is, I want to try and work in a moderate way to say to people, can we come up with a solution to stop kind of foreign policy and war? I don't think Tulsi's statement helped on that either. And I don't think Alexandria is either. Because all you're going to do is rile up pensions and canvas to your face, who you don't actually represent anyone anyway, with nonsense policies that was so embarrassing, you had to pull it off your website and claim it was a mistake. But you know what? Let me throw the last word to Mr. Michael Trace, another individual on the left who is absolutely disgusted by what this nonsense crap is, and he says, demanding to impeach Trump on the basis of an FBI, CIA conspiracy theory that utterly fell apart upon investigative scrutiny is not inherently principled or left-wing, just because AOC is not advocating it. In fact, capitulation to destructive establishment narrative. I'm just so sick of these stupid games. It's like, hey, we got problems. We need to lower the cost of healthcare. We need to improve the economy. We need to figure out how to help young people who are saddled with massive debt. I want to solve these problems. What are they saying now? Green New Deal. Crap. Just ridiculous nonsense. Not solving the problem. So I feel like I'm stuck here in the middle.
Hello.
And I think Donald Trump
I was just about to leave the party.
In some areas. And I'm kind of frustrated with
Thought you were trying to do game chat for a second.
Like, please, can we have someone come here, sit down, and say, here's what we need to do? What do we have?
Fuck you.
Well, maybe. No,
Been
Although
playing?
I did just win a game with these guys.
I just have no friends.
They were both little Mexican kids.
That's why I would
That's
never,
funny.
never want to be involved in any of the games or nonsense.
They were
You know
hella
what?
chatty,
For
and one of
one,
them had
I
never
can't
won a game.
stand this ridiculous
Fucking hyped right there.
nonsense. Where
I
they're
thought
more
we were
concerned
gonna
about telling their
lose.
constituents, don't worry, I'll
On
see
his
that I don't
first
like
game,
yours, you know, what I'm always
it's
been
like
bad.
people are better now than ever.
Instead of actually sitting down and doing it.
Yeah, but he wasn't that good. His
It's a
other
silly
friend
game of
was really
complete
good.
better crap nonsense and people are swinging buttons. The other thing is that
That's funny.
there's no way someone like you would ever actually survive this flip.
Checks your ego a little bit. He's like 11-year-old Mexican kid.
I agree with
He's probably like 14.
I appreciate it. He's right.
He was hitting puberty.
I would sit here and say, I don't want to play a
Voice
part of
cracking.
this absurdist game of whether or not Chuck
Yeah, I can hear the mustache from here.
It's a waste of our time. I understand you're angry, but we need to figure out how
I'm gonna go
Oh, we're going in.
with policy, with principles, and with actual arguments, where we can address concerns. We can speak to the American people and say, listen,
Okay, there's a
what
guy
can
right
I
next
do
to
for
us.
you working in government to make this better? Instead, what do we get? Fringe socialist crap and calls for again.
Me and this guy
Right
each
now, we
open
got
a
a great
chest
economy.
and
In fact,
turn and
it's so
shoot
great.
each
It's
other.
actually been rough for me. I'm trying to
I
find
win.
content that I need some housework, and it's really tough. The waiting lists are huge. Everybody's working. Well, I recognize that. And there's a lot of people who are working their jobs to come back who are very, very happy. And that means a lot to a lot of people. We've also got the problem of far left political correctness and
Nope, got guns.
and these things are all great
Got
problems.
a shield.
Where is the moderate? Where are the moderates? So
Nope, you're healing up.
I can appreciate to an extent the average game. Full disclosure, I support it.
I'm going
I don't
down.
think they're perfect. I think James is a really, really smart guy, and I have tremendous respect for him
Colin?
sitting down with conservatives,
Another one right
going
away.
on Fox News, and Bernie went on Fox News too. I respect that. And I think this is a good step in the right direction. But I'll tell you what, Bernie Sanders going on Fox News,
Oh, that
excellent.
guy was down right
Andrew
by
Yang going. What, I think he said. I don't remember where it was, but he said he was.
Oh, shit.
In the door there. He didn't agree with the minimum wage, and I'm like,
I know. Oh, they're dead. There's another guy
In
here.
here.
He's looting.
But I
down,
would say
dude,
this
I'm
one last thing.
Okay.
One last thing. Whether you like Yang or don't like him,
There's
the
a guy
one
on
thing
here
I
who's
want
got a
all
gun.
of you to think about is that
Garage.
Yang, whether he's right or wrong, is calm, rational,
away.
and willing to have a conversation with someone like Ben Shapiro.
Oh, no,
We need
That's right,
someone
buddy.
running
So many people.
with left-wing policies who's
I was
be
gonna
like,
say,
let's have
that
a
was
calm
nuts.
conversation about it. Could you imagine a country where the Democrats and Republicans, you know,
I'm gonna take a
smile on
Debbie.
their face, shake their hands, and sit there and actually
Okay, I'm
think
gonna
about
take a quick
solutions
dump.
and
Okay.
Man, 274 that fast, though? That's pretty good.
100% correct.
Who, you or me?
Ben Shapiro pushed back on some really great points, and I will throw back to that podcast because it was just awesome. It was awesome to see Yang be like, yeah, and Ben Shapiro be like, yeah, but how about? And I'm like, that's great. That's great. You don't have to agree with Yang, but we need more people who are going to be like, I don't care about your tribalism nonsense. I want to have a conversation. I want to figure this out. And they might be right, they might be wrong, but you've got to respect that like the mirror image of what Cortez is someone like Yang. He's just talking about, hey, here's a problem, here's my proposed solution, what do you think? And then he goes to Shapiro. I can respect that. I'm going to leave now. This really pisses me off. I'm sick and tired of this waste of time, waste of words. Like, gee, it's seriously annoying. Calling for the Speaker of the President does nothing, solves nothing, changes nothing, it is horrible charges, and tribal and virtue signal, it's because you're fighting bad orange man. It literally solves no problem. It's something about nothing gets solved except for just did you know that Yuma, Arizona is declared an emergency because they are overwhelmed by migrants that are crossing the border? Know that a few million, 1,800 migrants have included America and I'm sorry, hundreds of Central American migrants are heading towards the border with caravans of nations after 1,600 Did you know? Of course, that video that didn't show was called by armed militia between migrants and the U.S. Mexico border. That is given liberty to policy activists in Canada. Flagrant violation of the law. I'm a legal scholar. I was supposed to do that too, although I think it's walking on. But these stories are all from within, these two are from yesterday. And this one from the Wall Street Journal, this story is from 2 days ago. Listen, We know there is a massive wave of migrants that keep coming to the U.S. through the border. We know that we are at record levels, at least for the past year. In the story I covered a few days ago, it looks like in the past 5 months, the U.S. has apprehended more migrants than it did for all of last year, which means we are on track this year to double the amount of migrants that are being apprehended across the border. So what do people think is happening? When Trump says we've got a crisis and emergency on the border, and the apprehensions are skyrocketing, and we have, what is this, in 1 day? In 1 day, 1,800 people in 1 day. Okay, and we'll get to the most thing, because this is controversial. You know, my sort of thought on the matter is, if you've got Americans who are just detaining the migrants and then passing them off to law enforcement, I'm kind of confused as to how that's kidnapping. You know, there are certain, I'm not entirely sure how much, but like citizens arrested for in the U.S., I think you're liable if you're incorrect, but you can't detain people when you hold someone around or something. You just grab them and hold them down and wait for the police. I don't see how there's any difference. But I can watch the video.
Got any plans for Fortnite?
Well, let's take a look. If Yuma, Arizona needs to declare a state of emergency, don't you? Is that
Working.
and look at
Yeah.
The Wall Street Journal said it calls it a migrant crisis.
You don't have today off, do you?
They say the city on the
What?
U.S.-Mexico border
You don't have today off, do you?
to declare a state of
I
emergency
don't.
over illegal immigration.
Okay.
Echoing officials who say these policies and resources are needed because the surge of families seeking asylum
Yes, I gotta go in later.
unmanageable.
At 3.
Mayor Douglas Nichols, a Republican, made the declaration late that U.S. Border Patrol agents were
You like it so far?
100 migrants in Cuba.
Or still, I
Population of
should
about
say.
100,000.
It's been really chill. It was. Worked Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
The mayor said.
Watching lunch and NBA for
No
cops.
ability to absorb migrant families who are entering the U.S. in
That's
growing numbers.
like while you're on the
Yeah.
job, obviously.
Yeah, because I was like, do the shit I gotta get done. And I'm just on call. So I just sit there.
Like a not secretary, what do you call it? Front desk
He was
person?
asked about open borders.
Yeah.
He was asked why he supported
Yeah, I
it.
have my
He said,
little walkie
"That's
and I
not
have
true."
earpiece.
He said, think about how
Like,
many
John,
more
did you bring us
Sick
some
shit.
more fucking blankets and
Bernie
pillows?
Sanders
Yeah,
is
shit like that, yeah,
used
yeah.
by the World Socialist
That'd be bad.
website. It's not like the most prominent thing in the world, but yes, they said Bernie Sanders is a right-wing nationalist.
Tonight might be more crazy. Friday and
Pro-capitalism,
Saturday, you should.
pro-borders, opposes trade agreements.
And we have a van, and I drive the shuttle, so if people want to go somewhere, I drive them.
WSWS.org, article about it.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
cool.
I'm sure
If
they'll
they
be
go
wanting to
Bernie
go
downtown,
Sanders in
somewhere.
2015 was asked
stop
whether
by
he
my
support
house
open
a
borders.
lot.
And he said that's a Koch brothers proposal.
What, Blam?
that these big industrialists want to bring in
Yeah.
cheap labor. Okay.
That's funny.
Bernie
And
Sanders
sometimes kick it with Patty for a
has
second.
repeatedly called out the problem of having these massive surges of illegal immigrants. He straight up
Well, that
said only a
sounds
couple
true.
weeks ago, we think about all of the
I
forceful ones that
I
we
would have
can't
been
do
more
that.
nervous about it,
If
but
even
one of my,
Bernie Sanders is gonna point
this
out
higher
this
up
is the
guy
problem.
told me to do it.
If we've got 1,800
Tony does it
illegal
all the
immigrants
time,
in one
yeah.
day, more migrants are coming.
I mean, if they're not gonna ask you
We have
about
a
it,
state of
why not?
emergency in Yuma. At what
Yeah.
point is this actually an emergency? Because the left refuses to give it to Trump. Look, I don't know if a wall is effective, cost effective. I don't know if it's the right thing to do. I certainly know that the left's argument is about racism and immorality, and I'm like, I have no idea what that means. I see the mayor of a town declaring a state of emergency. I see record apprehensions, and now we've got this. When you do nothing, you get militias stepping up
On
and doing it
R301?
because nothing's getting
I have
done.
one.
And this can make things
Got that
potentially worse.
turbocharged.
You know, heaven forbid one of these migrants gets hurt. But what do you expect?
Doing pretty
If
good.
the government
Hey, do you
isn't
have
going
it
to step
set to
up and
like
actually deal
no
with
fill or
this? Now look,
something? Why don't we get?
I don't know what the solution is. But what I can say is, it's
No, it
baffling
shouldn't
to me
be.
how they say over and over and over again the manufacturing crisis. Okay, well, the Wall Street Journal called it a crisis, and they've even declared a state of emergency. Did the mayor of Yuma manufacture a state of emergency? I bet they will claim he's just doing
How
it
many
because
is
it's space.
Oh, there's gonna be one.
Listen, at a certain point, okay, you can shut up. Look, I'm
Damn
not
it.
going to accuse the mayor of conspiring with the
Love.
president.
There's two of them to them.
I'm not going
One of us
to.
can order me.
I'm not going to
Finishing
accuse
me right now.
Border Patrol of just finding more people.
Stop him.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
God damn it.
We'll read the bulls on this one. Hundreds of Central American migrants walked through Mexico in the
Can't
latest
fucking
caravan
heal
making
fast.
the US as
Had
border
to use
agents
2
captured 1,800
shield cells,
immigrants
4
in one day.
syringes.
Hundreds more Central American migrants were making their way to Mexico on Thursday. The latest migrant caravan has made its way to the Mexican
Fucking
town of
turbocharged Havoc didn't do dick.
I hope I got that right.
Yeah, I suck
They
with
are
that
en route to the
Havoc.
U.S., but are still about 1,000 miles from reaching the border. Customs Border Patrol agents intercepted roughly 1,800 illegal immigrants on Tuesday.
I can't do
I feel like I get
anything.
fed up with it so fast though. Somebody has a turbocharger on it.
Border Patrol
Yeah,
said
it does lots of damage, it seems like.
after crossing
I just can't fucking keep it active.
Yeah.
What's been going on with these,
What is that? Oh, are you
illicit
taping shit?
Yeah.
armed
Sounds like a weird laugh.
Okay,
here we go. Dog McNasty.
K-Dog.
My guy, that's alright. K-Dog.
I didn't realize you used Suicida.
I mean, I don't really care. Oh yeah, the CrossFit's better now. They upped his
Yeah.
straps and shit.
And he takes 10% less damage.
Oh,
Well, you can't call yourself
Same
Border
with your
Patrol.
bolter.
If that's the case, I haven't seen the videos, then I believe that may
They
actually
just
be a
added
crime.
it, I
But
guess.
it depends, because Border Patrol isn't the official term for anything.
This
So,
is your
more
champion.
importantly,
This will be fun.
these people are breaking U.S. law, plain and simple. You know, there are people on the left who are going to say they want to act like it's not a crime. It is. It's literally a crime. We have ports of entry on purpose.
Can we go
If we
far?
want to extend the flow of drugs,
Okay,
trafficking, and all sorts of bad things, then
Sorry,
yes,
we're
we have to
taking
enforce
stabby.
our borders, especially
It's
in the
reclaimed, so I don't
Another
want to like
dabby.
jerk
Another dabby.
that raw. The 2
Yeah,
losses.
in case you're
That much damage.
stressed, bro. I know. I know. Stressed. Alright, I'll go here. We're going in, Casey.
Alright.
Oh wait, homie's gone.
He's behind us. Yeah, well, they just dropped him or something.
And they tried stealing something, and they get detained and held down. There's even a video that was on Reddit of a dude robbing a pizza shop, and the other guy beats the living crap out of him.
Alternator in
And
here
then,
if you want.
like, dude, listen,
Yep, I do.
that's not assault, right? This is not kidnapping. At least I don't think it's kidnapping. I think it's like a crazy way to frame it. Do I like the idea of armed militias going out? Absolutely not. I think it's a huge problem because we need accountability. We need our sanctioned, regulated law enforcement to be handling this problem. Unfortunately, it seems like you can't get anything done. Well, Trump's going to the wall. Maybe the wall's the solution. I don't know, because it seems like the Democrats can't actually come out and give any good talking points other than
Use the purple
technology
armor.
solution. Like, okay, well, you're not telling me why the wall won't make sense.
Got lucky.
Right, you're not
Flash
telling me
just
why.
opened before my dad.
Trump wanted this big, massive concrete wall. That's ridiculous. But now he walks it back to like 200 miles of selective fencing, and I'm like, okay, that's a heavy compromise. And what do the Democrats say? No. What? Look what's going on, man. It's mind-blowing to me. And this is where we are right now. Record migrants.
You like the flatline?
States an actual state of emergency.
As an early game weapon, kind of, but I'll use it if I get an
And the
R99.
ACL gets mad and calls them
It's R99s,
working to
Spitfire,
kidnap and
shotguns,
detain people seeking
and
asylum.
snipers.
What do you
Really,
what-
bro? I put
What
Spitfire
do you think
number
literally
1.
happens when people break the law? It's just a group of guys, apparently.
Yeah, no specific order between those.
I don't
They're just-
understand. Does the ACLU want them wandering
Those are
through the
my
desert?
favorites.
Look at what happens when these people
Always
wander
have
through the
those
desert.
by
Some of them
endgame.
get sick and they get hurt. Getting them access to the federal authorities
my
is the
God.
best thing.
Oh,
They want to apply for
now we're gonna
asylum, right?
fucking hit each
It's
other
not
out
like
for a second
they're
like
being
fuck
beaten or
Fortnite.
It's ridiculous. I think that it seems like
We need
as
a
far
blue
as I can tell,
barrel
the left
stabilizer.
isn't engaging, honestly.
I do.
It's almost like they don't pay attention. Because I gotta
Don't
say,
even mark
listen, man,
it.
the
I
moment
have
you
it
have an
in my
actual state of
inventory.
emergency in Yuma, you're gonna have to either accuse the mayor of lying. Was it the mayor who declared it? Let's see, Mayor Douglas Nichols. Yeah. You're gonna have to accuse him. Oh, he's a Republican. That proves it. It was a coordination with the president to create this. No, I think that's a crazy conspiracy. And that's and you know that's what
Teammate
they're
seems
gonna say.
kind of good.
They're gonna say, oh, he's just doing this because She's trying to help Trump get the
Really
wall.
need to
There's no
extend
real
your
emergency.
K-Dog
Okay,
seems
we're not playing this game.
Yeah,
We're not.
or at least
Declare a state of
competent.
emergency, then I'm gonna take your word for
That's
it.
what he's doing.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Since the start of the
Pretty
federal budget
specific
in
market.
October, more than 189,000 migrants
They're towards,
traveling in have
what's
crossed
it
the
called?
border
The place we
illegally,
were last time.
more
It's Cold
than
Town.
in any prior full year. Most are fleeing violence, corruption, hunger, and
Shotskis.
poverty in Central American nations of El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras, and request asylum upon their arrival in the U.S. Families that illegally cross the border and ask for asylum are allowed to stay in the country until their request is adjudicated, a process that can take years because of court backups. 189,000 migrants traveling as families. Listen, at some point you gotta say, this is more than we've ever had in any prior year. Isn't this crazy? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Because it seems plain as day to anybody reading the Wall Street Journal. I don't even know, man. I'll say this, like, I don't know if Trump's solutions are the right solutions, but goddamn, if anyone's actually trying to solve this problem, if you get someone who comes up to me and says, look, this is a real problem, we've got an emergency, I want to build a wall, and the other side says, it's a fake emergency, the wall's pointless, I'm like, you're not addressing the problem, right? What I keep hearing from Democrats is instead of addressing what the problem is, they just say Trump is wrong. But okay, what should we do? I'm waiting. I don't know. Anyway, I'll wrap it up there. I'm not going to prattle on this too much longer. Stick around, I got more videos coming up later in the day. Next video at 1 p.m. I will see you then.
I'm down.
Wow, they're just sitting. They're on both sides.
Oh shit.
That's so dumb.
They don't just call
In
me
that.
Lifeline because I save a life.
God damn it.
Perhaps
do
you're
it.
familiar with YouTuber Sargon of
Can't
God,
fucking
also
win a
known as
fight.
Carl Benjamin, as well as Count Dankula. Both, I believe both are running for political office now. I don't know a lot about Dankula's position, but I know Sargon is like, here we go, right? He just did apparently a press conference where, check this out, check. This is it, here we go. Welcome to the fake news future. Carl Benjamin has refused to apologize for his comments over rape. Yes, because what did Carl Benjamin say to an MEP? I believe it was an MEP. Was it? It was just false. I don't know who she is. I'm not from the UK. He said that he wouldn't even rape
Imbecile
female labor
ninja.
and has refused to apologize.
Sorry, I just got
Apparently,
mini
telling
bagels.
someone you wouldn't commit a crime is also offensive.
Imbecile ninja.
Now,
That's
in
you.
response, apparently she said that following his tweet, a bunch of other people tweeted the same thing.
Choice changes everything.
Well, who cares? If someone tweeted at me they wouldn't hit me, I'd be like, thank you. Moving on. But apparently just invoking
They
the
just
concept
plain mini
is
bagels?
offensive. Well, he is not sorry. Look at this photo. Sorry,
I don't think I ever really have bought mini
Carl Benjamin
bagels.
wants to stand
Is there a reason you buy them
What?
of regular
Southwest
size?
for UKIP in the European elections on May 23rd. Members of UKIP's Swindon branch said Benjamin had
Tastes
only
better.
Bro, I
told
got
the
all
party
sorts of
recently
bagels.
to be
I
selected.
got regular size and
In a
mini.
news conference in London, Mr. Benjamin accused media
You
outlets
like
of hearing him.
bagels?
The reason that I
He
have
said,
that
I'm
is
not going to apologize for my crimes
I went
against
camping
political
last week.
correctness. I hate
Ah.
political
we grabbed these
correctness.
for camping.
His use of Twitter in 2016 hit the headlines when he responded to Labour
Not a bad
MP
food.
Jess Phillips' concerns
Pretty
over
light.
threats of sexual assault by saying,
Cheesy, yeah.
I wouldn't
You can
even
toast
rape
for
you,
fire.
feminism is jumping in the
Ooh, that
hashtag.
sounds good. I never
They said
thought of that.
the party's Swindon branch chairman, Aubrey Etwater, told BBC he wanted to see Mr. Benjamin elected as next candidate. UKIP Swindon wants absolutely nothing to do with Carl Benjamin or his
You go,
website.
I don't know what you call it, like backpacking to your campsite, or is it just like a
Actually, I
pull-up,
think that's not true.
pull up your car type
maybe you're
thing?
losing the old guard and gaining new members of UKIP, but Sargon
It
is
was
pretty
pull up.
influential. Combined,
Nice,
his
nice.
several channels are well over 1 million
I guess it
subscribers.
doesn't matter how heavy your food is
But
then.
UKIP leader Gerard Batley
I was thinking
rejected the
bagels would be
concern,
easy
saying
to
that
carry.
people in
Yeah,
UKIP that wanted to deselect me. It's called politics. Whoever you select as a candidate, some people are going to object,
I
some
don't
people
gotta
are
go.
going to walk away. That's the nature
I'm not
of the business.
cooking.
Mr. Benjamin accused journalists of being dirty smear merchants, adding, I'm not answering your questions. I'm not apologizing for anything. Well, where's the exact quote? I have the exact quote.
Everyone's
There's
just
another
running
article from
around looking
ITV,
for fucking
and I want the exact quote. Here's what he said. In combative exchanges, Mr. Benjamin, who is standing for election in the Southwest region, told journalists, I'm not answering your questions. I'm not apologizing for anything, you dirty smear merchants. The press in the UK is particularly bad. It's
No.
pretty bad. Like, you think the US is bad? No way, dude. The UK is
My second
bad.
kill's right here, and I'm all
The
out
stuff
of
they
ammo.
write about Count Dankula, like, the dude's a rather
Hey, I
centrist
still
guy,
got my kill.
There
and
are
they
so
do
many
everything in their power
people.
to frame a narrative to
I didn't have a gun the whole time. Couldn't do anything.
Look at this photo.
I need to stop
Oh my
landing on the
God.
roofs in the middle.
What
Just go
timeline
towards
is
one
this?
side
Okay, let me make a few points.
and get the whole
Ah,
ring.
dude,
The President of the United States was just exonerated after a 22-month-long investigation into whether or not he was
Yeah,
working with
we
the
should
Russians.
land some more little.
For years,
Less
one of our
crowded.
top cable
Yeah.
networks was claiming that he may in fact be a puppet of Putin. He's been exonerated because that insane spy thriller of a novel story or accusation was nonsense. But let's not forget, our president here in the U.S. is a shit-posting real estate mogul
Bagby
and
Hot
reality
Springs,
TV
though.
star. It's like
We
all
got
of
camp
these
kinda
weird
close to
things just happened
Where's
at once.
what's
And that's
that?
where we hiked
Life
to.
was normal up
They're
until around
in Mount
2016. Something started
Down
happening in
But they're
2015.
these-
Trump started
they're
getting more
pretty dope
comments.
hot springs.
No one thought he would win.
They have, like,
And then right after he won,
These tubs set
I
up in the
kind
middle
of
of
feel
the
like
woods.
the world is ending. You know, like, is this what's
You go
happening?
out and just like
Look at this
soak
photo
in the hot water.
of Carl
For
Benjamin
free?
with Count Dankula standing
For
at a
free?
podium.
Yeah, you're supposed
It
to
says
give
Mark
like
Dixon
$5
left and Carl Benjamin during the launch of
Oh,
UKIP's
what the
European
hell?
Parliament election campaign.
to like tip.
This is
It's like a
real life.
box for it.
This is real life,
System.
where Sargon said,
yeah.
I'm not apologizing for any
That's
of you
tight.
dirty smear merchants.
Yeah.
Is it
Oh my
busy?
God.
Go to
And
Hot
I'm not
Springs
done.
before.
I'm not.
There were a few people there when we showed up.
Waypoint.
They
We
left,
need to
and there
get
was
ready
just
for
me and
Gamergate
Resident there for a
politician
while.
Carl Sargon
And then we were leaving
one of the
lunch.
original voices of Gamergate,
Mm.
is running
I think
for
time is
usually,
that?
yes,
European
it's pretty
Parliament.
busy.
He's
Like,
not a
there's
French
a
voice.
decent amount of garbage
He's
there.
becoming the mainstream. Welcome to the real world. Content
But,
warning.
And you got your own little
Racist language and
bathtub
references
pretty much
rape
to
threats.
yourself?
Went pretty early.
References too,
Yeah.
because Sargon never actually threatened
when it's
That's
in full
cool.
swing,
my
they have like
understanding.
4
Again,
private
I
tubs.
don't know what's
and
up.
then
He got
4 like
banned for saying some
public
pretty awful
tubs.
things, apparently, which I don't
They
really
only
know
had
what
the
about.
public
Let's
tubs open
read
when we went,
why Vice is so damn
but there was no one
one of
else
the most
there.
prominent
So we like,
anti-feminist voices during Gamergate has turned towards politics, having been named a candidate for the European Parliament representing the UK, a political party with a bent towards xenophobia, racism, and anti-immigration. It helped push the UK towards its infamous Brexit vote in 2016, which the country continues to wrestle with and has yet to find a
oh,
bill
we're
for.
alone again.
Anyone paying attention during Gamergate
Was it just
probably
like a
remembers
hot tub or
Carl
even
Sargon
hotter?
Benjamin. He was one of the many far-right
It was like a hot
Christians.
tub.
Okay.
It was
First of all,
hot.
I'm gonna have to ask you guys to define what the hell
Like
that
the
word
water
is,
that was
phrase.
coming in
Far
was
right.
hotter. Like that was
Explain it.
hot to the
Are you
touch.
saying
Where it
far
came
right
in was
is
really hot.
traditionalist?
Hmm.
Because
Then it would
Sargon
like
actually
cool down
kind
a
of
little
isn't.
bit. As it
He's
sat
actually
there.
rather moderate in
Yeah.
his cultural positions. Are you saying he's
It's
far right
crazy. It's
because
crazy
of
the water's
his
that hot.
economic positions?
Do you know what makes it hot?
Left, like centrist towards
Just
liberal.
being in the earth or
So
something,
no, that's
right?
also incorrect. Rifter.
Yeah, I think so.
Is
I
that
think
to
it's
imply
because
that
it's
Sargon
volcanic
doesn't actually believe
mountain.
the things he's saying?
Oh.
Is that
like
to
blowing
imply that
off
his
some
run for
lava or
office
some
is
shit.
just to
That's
make
pretty
money
crazy.
and donations? What do you mean
Oh,
by
the
that?
ship's here.
Nothing.
Guess it's
a
not the fucking
smear.
safest route.
They're not actually trying to define or criticize
I'm
who
going
Sargon
towards it.
is, what or who he is. They're just smearing him.
Right.
I have tons of criticisms for him and
I'm not
others,
jumping on
and
you,
that's
I
fine.
need
You know, the thing about Sargon is I've criticized him
AR
many
or some
times in the
shit.
past. There was a funny moment where on my podcast, I referred to him as kind of a dick and a mean person. And then a bunch of people
I
rushed
hate
and
the
like apparently started messaging
RE45.
him saying like Tim's talking shit about you.
Shit sucks.
We go
And I
into
was
the
like,
woods.
"What?" And then he was like,
I've had some
"What
kills
were you
it.
saying?" I was
It's
like, "I
got
thought
me
you
through a
were mean."
couple
And he was
tight
like,
situations.
Oh, right on.
This shit's
He
so
was like, "Oh, yeah, I know, I
fast. I
understand."
can't
And then, you know,
control it.
he said, well, you know, I'm just mean to people who deserve it.
Yeah, you
And
really gotta
I
line
was,
up.
you know, Carl invited me to a panel.
Alright.
I was on a panel with him
Going to the woods.
as more of like a
Yep.
centrist on cultural issues.
Need
Then
a
there was
purple
this guy,
barrel
I can't remember his name,
stabilizer.
but he was a Latin progressive, and
Oh.
Sargon, who was more to the, I don't want to say conservative, but as it goes towards like feminism, yeah, he's further to the
Gotta
right,
freak
whatever.
it out.
But he made a reference
Hemlock.
to something about how, you know, you shouldn't. I think Carlos was the guy's name. I think his name was something about not insulting people. He said we
When
should,
you first
you know,
land,
telling someone they're a
everything
mansplainer
a little
does nothing. It
You
just
just
meant to get a
grab
rise out of
everything,
you, it contributes
you
nothing.
skip everything.
And then there was something Sargon said about
I'll
calling
grab
someone like a
everything.
soy boy. And I said, well, Sargon,
grab
you refer to someone as a
everything.
soy boy, don't you think that's doing the same thing?
Me and
And
this
Sargon was
one.
like,
He
yeah,
just
I guess,
keeps
you
going.
know,
I just
I guess
I
the point
get
is,
anything.
there's a reason why I have no problem.
Yeah, I won't try to waste too much time. Like, I
I'm not
don't
a far-right
like run across another house to get a scope or some shit.
He's
But
genuine in his passions and what he believes in. But the thing is, when you look at someone,
Yeah, but I don't
any
even
individual
think.
in the
I just
intellectual dark web, whatever it is.
whatever's in
Brett
front of me, I
more
grab that
progressive,
shit.
Dave Rubin kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know how you define
I mean,
it.
it
Kind
doesn't
of
take much
heterodox.
time.
Bench chair someone on the right. You
I don't
criticize
think it
them, and if it's
matters
legit,
too
they'll go,
much in terms of
hey, that's a good point. Jordan Peterson, best
know.
example. In an interview with Jeffries,
Saving
Jeffries asked him, you know, if you think that businesses shouldn't have to
I
support
take.
a gay wedding, what about the civil rights movement? When they said businesses have to, serve the black community. Peterson goes, I was wrong about
Fuck, I
that.
should have kept that shotgun.
Just
That
like
was
that.
you.
It's that simple. I can say something
Yep,
like,
it was.
Sargon used to make really, really mean content. His content was much more mean-spirited in the past. I think he's done a better job moving forward. He's kind of matured, and he's done some pretty fantastic longer-form content, like a near hour-long piece about what's going on in Venezuela. And I could say to Sargon, I think you were kind of mean, in this comment and in your video, and he'll go,
I need it.
oh yeah, okay. That's where we are. That's seriously it. So if you're someone who's on the left, right, top, down, whatever, you want to have a conversation, you want to be honest,
I'm
we
loaded
can all
now.
recognize our faults. We can defend some and say, you know what, I could probably defend that criticism of me, but maybe I should I'll give you that one.
Although I didn't want to
Like,
be
I'm not going to try
bloodhound.
and defend
Let's
things
see how
I think
this
I'm really wrong.
goes.
Long story short, so when the reason why I have absolutely no problem talking to, doing streams with, conversations, is because in the end, I can simply say something that, if
I
I'm
feel like
critical
that
of them,
left
we'll have a
bumper,
conversation
like when
about it.
they
It's calm and it's
highlights of
so
yellow, kind of
ultimately,
fucks me up. Like I'll shoot
he
the
comes
yellow
off as a
thing
classical liberal type. He
instead
loves
of.
quoting
Yeah, I
classical
don't like
liberal
that it doesn't stay
philosophers
with them.
and
It
thinkers.
shows where they
Yeah,
were.
And
right.
while he
But then I
says things that
totally
are
lose
offensive
track
and
of where they
provocative,
are. I agree.
you can call
Because
him out on it.
everyone moves so
So
fast,
one
it
of the funnier
doesn't like
things
help
was when
you
I
at
was on
all.
the Joe
Really.
Rogan podcast, they were reading to me what he said, and while in the
Level
podcast,
3?
Sargon messaged me saying something
Level
like,
3.
"Oh, geez,
Oh wait, I
you're
have
probably
one.
like, what the fuck are you doing,
Yeah, I should keep
man?"
it for later just in
And it's
case.
funny. The reason is, Sargon knows he's being provocative. He knows that he said things
No,
that are
I'm waiting for
offensive.
that
But
fucking
ultimately,
Spitfire, bro.
that's the point of making a joke. It's the point of making the point.
Good
If you're allowed
point.
to say things that rustle somebody's jimmies and make them angry, and that's why he's refusing
need
to
it?
apologize to these dirty, dirty smear merchants. Ultimately, what we end up
Yeah.
seeing
I
is
can
the
carry it.
fear from the mainstream. It's not even mainstream, these people. It's weird. But
Okay.
Sargon is becoming mainstream. And what does that say to you? When there are more conservatives, according
I
to
have
his
fucking
tribe, than
alternators
progressives,
still. I was hoping to
27%
trade
of
that out.
conservatives on one side and 8% of progressives on the other.
999?
It means that
Oh,
calling someone a
yup.
far-right grifter is only going to go so far for so
I'll just
long.
leave
And
it all
eventually
here.
it just fizzles out. When, yes, there's much to criticize someone like Carl Benson for. Without a doubt. He said a bunch of offensive things. He's associated with very offensive people. But you know what? He's open to the conversation about it. And his principles
Yeah,
aren't
go.
in line with the worst of
Yeah.
the worst. He just recognizes the importance of free speech. And that's it. Ultimately, I care very little about the fact that they're dragging Carl through this. Ultimately, the reason why I want to talk about this is that I just can't
It's
believe
gonna
we
hurt.
live in this
That's a
Wally
good thing
world
it's first one.
Get
where
this
you
zip
actually
line.
have a YouTuber, an anti-feminist YouTuber who's now giving press conferences to politicians. But I'll end with one more point. I demand he be given his
What's going on with you,
Twitter
Casey?
content.
It's been a
And
while.
here's the reason. It's not so
Nothing
much about him
much,
as an
just
individual. It's about the
did
fact that
taxes.
he should not allow Twitter to restrict
Dude,
political
I did my
personalities.
taxes with like
Politicians and
20
candidates.
minutes to
It
go
should not be
on
restricted from a
tax.
public forum.
That's
If
funny.
Twitter wants to say their platform
I
is
tried
open
to do
to
them earlier,
everybody,
but the
but
IRS
you gotta follow
rejected
our
it.
rules. But
But what?
also say publicly, they allow
Yeah.
public figures to
What'd
say
you say
certain things without
happened?
being removed because of
I
public
tried to
importance.
submit them to
We've got someone running for
TurboTax,
office.
and I got a
And I'm
text
gonna have to
message
say
that was
it.
like the IRS
If
has
Sargon
rejected
does
your
get
taxes.
elected,
And I
Ah.
figured out
Twitter will
why
have
they did.
no
And
choice
it's
but
not
to
like it wasn't a
verify
big
a
deal. I just
profile
had
and
to
let
mail
him
it.
run it.
What
Period.
was it?
But it
Trump's
was
broken the rules.
because
Twitter
if you
said so.
don't
They
have
won't ban it.
your
Well, what are you gonna do
2017
now?
gross
Sargon
income
was banned. But now he's a
exactly right,
politician.
because you have to list
Sort
it
of.
in
I
your
know he's not gonna like
2018,
you calling him that, but he is.
they can't verify
Well,
that
let's
it's
see what you
you.
got. Are you gonna
There's
reinstate
like a
him?
problem with
Is it
it
a public
because the
importance?
record
It
to
is.
have it. So I was
Doesn't mean
supposed to
it's
like
really
go and
important people
figure
know
out
someone like Sargon has
what my
to say,
exact
and if he is a
2017
far
From
left
your
grifter, let him say
W2.
or at least what I listed.
And that's the game they
Yeah,
play.
exactly.
So we'll see what happens. But it's
So I had
funny
to go in and
nonetheless.
figure that
I'll
out.
have more videos coming up for you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. 10 a.m. I'll see
Pretty
you.
simple besides that.
Next ring's far.
I'm sure you've done it before, right?
I mean, yeah, I
Since you've
just
been
mailed
working
it
a
in.
while.
We'll see what they say.
You get a refund?
I'm supposed to.
Nice.
Fucking find out, bro. I don't know. I was a little sketched about just mailing the shit in.
Yeah, I would be too.
Whatever.
But yeah.
It feels like to me that over the past few weeks, the culture war, censorship, and dystopian nightmare has
So you know
rapidly
that's the
accelerated.
it's a TurboTax or
Things
the
are getting worse and
IRS?
worse, and they're getting worse
The
faster
IRS.
and faster.
Interesting.
Now we have the story from The Guardian. Facebook bans far-right
I guess that's
know,
what
just write their
people
name.
used to do,
Yell
probably.
and
It's
Brit
not even
Brit.
an
I don't know what
address.
this is.
Just put
I don't
their
know anything
fucking
about it.
name on it.
What I do know is that Facebook said they were going to ban white nationalism, and that was a
Want
step
it?
forward in
You can
the
take it.
hate policies of these platforms. And it's because you have a lot of
Alright,
people,
let's go.
primarily on the left, calling for censorship.
Spitfire and a
We'll read
99.
this story. And again, I want to stress, I do not know
Oh wait,
anything
here.
about
Go
this.
get
You got
crazy.
I'm
this?
not saying this in any way to defend their beliefs or agree with them. I don't. I don't know
Yeah, I
anything
have
about them. They're,
Okay.
let's just say this. I don't know who they are, so we'll assume they're bad people. But speech is important, and
Oh,
this
they
is an
buffed it. It
example of
used to
the
be 60. Or
encroachment
they
and the
nerfed it.
acceleration
Now
of
it's
censorship.
55.
Before we read this, because this is
Oh, I
from
didn't
today,
know that.
to read this.
I know they nerfed
BBC.
Wingman.
Websites to be fined over online harms
What's
under new
that?
proposals.
I
Well, what
followed
the
you.
ever-loving
I tried to make
fuck
the same
is an
joke.
online harm? Is the BBC harming me? Oh, what is this? Trump's making a kissy face. That is triggering
Does it
me
jump over
because it
there?
reminds me of assault.
Let's
Therefore,
go
the
take
BBC is
this.
guilty of an online
Dude.
Hold on,
harm.
I'm about
Who
to
gets
eat a
to
bit of
define
bagel.
what harm is?
Okay.
Well, let's find out. Internet sites could be fined or blocked if they fail to tackle online harms, such as terrorist propaganda and child abuse under government plans.
There's also
The
people
Department for
fighting
Digital
east.
Culture, this is the UK by the way.
Let's go clean
The
up.
Department for Digital Culture, Media and Sports has proposed an independent watchdog that will write a code of practice for tech companies.
Southeast.
Senior managers could be held liable for breaches with a possible levy
Yeah,
on
they're right
industry
there, just
from
off
the
Bull's line.
regulator. But critics say the plans threaten freedom of speech. They do. The Online
get on this
Harms
house
White
right
Paper is a joint proposal from the ECMS and the Home Office. Public consultation on the plan will run for 12 weeks. The paper suggests establishing an independent regulator that
They're
can
over
write
there.
a code of practice
One
for
all the way.
social networks and internet
Knocked one.
companies,
Nice.
giving the regulator enforcement powers, including the ability to fine companies that break the
Over.
rules.
All the way up.
Considering
Help me
additional
out.
enforcement powers,
There's another one right
the
here.
ability to fine companies that create and force internet service providers to block sites
Good
that
job.
break the
Nice.
rules. Outlining the proposals, Culture Secretary Jeremy Wright said, the era of self-regulation
Hey, there's
for
body armor right
online
here.
companies is
Grab this
over.
body armor.
Voluntary actions from industry to tackle online harms have not been applied sufficiently or gone far enough. And now, the most
Find
important
somebody
thing.
else.
I'm healing.
I love the First
Hide
Amendment.
if you can't.
I
Fucking hold
absolutely love
on.
it. I'm not the biggest fan of the
Okay,
Second
where are you?
Amendment, and many of you know
Just
this.
behind you.
But I
just
do
died.
attempt to be logically consistent. And here's
someone
the
else?
reality. There are many people on the left
Oh, nice.
who believe
Oh, that
the
seems right
First
here.
Amendment is a bad thing. Or at least freedom of speech is a bad thing. They say freedom
me.
of speech just is a dog whistle for the far right, the founding fathers were racist, yada yada yada. Those same people tend not to like the Second
Gotta find
Amendment
somebody
either.
else though.
I think we do have an issue with the ease of access to weapons. I believe it is a fact, most gun owners are law-abiding, and it's extremely rare that a law-abiding gun owner does something wrong. In fact, many of the crimes, particularly in Chicago, are from illegal weapons. So what I came to realize is, you know what? I think we need to have a real conversation about gun ownership. But the same people who would tell me I have no right to speech would tell
What you
someone
got?
else they have no right to a weapon.
Alright, Bangalore
So I
love.
recognize it's not my position to challenge the amendments.
Okay.
It's a larger conversation we need to have, so I'll leave it at that. As far as I'm concerned, if I have a right to speak, other people have a right to bear arms and a right to be free from search and seizure, a right to be free from self-incrimination, and the rights are all encompassing, and I shouldn't get to choose which one I think is right or wrong. I should be happy in that I think it's usually paramount, above all else. And so I recognize that. You know what? I say at the end of the day, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, the ability to amend
God damn it.
wonderful. So here's the thing. When it comes to
So many
regulation,
people
we
there.
see in
So
the
there was
UK.
like
Now,
at least
the reason I
3
bring
teams.
the first story up is because it's 10 days after
Yeah,
this
that was
online
4 with
harms
us.
proposal.
We eliminated one.
Reaction. This is probably in line with their white nationalism.
And the other
So
one
again, I'm not
that
saying
was
this
I
is
thought
I'm
gonna
just
come in
highlighting
on
what's
this
happening.
went and died.
Yeah.
Regulation in the UK is different because they don't have a guarantee.
Oh my god,
speech.
4.
They don't.
I didn't know we were so
Under
close.
the EU, they have some kind of free speech, although it doesn't really play out the way people expect it to. They don't. There are people who get arrested for being Holocaust deniers, and while I'm certainly no fan of that idea, well, you know, people have a right to be stupid. Think about it. When it comes to
The thing about mini
the
bagels,
restrictions
you
on
don't
thought
feel
and
bad
speech
eating
that we're
that
seeing
many.
in Europe, what they're really
Extra
saying
fast.
is that you have no legal right to be
I'm like 4 deep right
No,
now.
seriously.
It's like 2
If
holes.
somebody wants to deny the Holocaust,
But
my response
you
is,
don't feel
you're
bad
probably not all
as
that
bad
bright.
as you would if you
Right?
ate 2
Why
bagels.
should you be racist for that? You're allowed to be dumb, at least in
Yeah.
America, and that's what it takes count.
Maybe.
When I was
I ate
looking
2
at the
bagels
things,
and
everything going on with Alex Jones.
It's
Alex
like
Jones
mini
is
stuff that makes me feel
called
extra big.
himself mentally deficient. I'm not going to say the word
What?
he did because
All I can
I'm
hear is
really
that
bad
weird
before, but
laugh.
yes, Alex Jones said,
Also,
I'm
what
kind
up,
of
Drew?
mentally deficient.
The only thing I like about mini stuff is it makes me feel
That's
extra
because they
big.
might actually understand this. What they're saying is that even when Alex Jones recognizes he's not all there, he's not allowed to say it.
Casey, if you think I heard you, you're joking yourself.
Internet is stupid. How many stupid people believe
I forgot what I said at this point.
A lot of people are dumb. Why should we tell someone you have
God
no
damn
right
it,
to
Casey.
speak or public
My
conversation?
memory's just not where it used to be.
And that's what it comes down to. Am I calling all these people
Sounds like a
stupid?
personal problem.
The point is,
A what problem?
if someone believes
A personal
that aliens
problem.
Personal
are
problem.
flying around in the moon
For some reason, I thought you said virginal. I was like, is that a word?
And I may be wrong. Maybe the
Yeah.
moon is made of
Yeah,
these.
virginal is a word.
Damn, that fucking cuts deep, bro.
If there's an established
Just going
fact,
hot shot?
like the Earth is round, you're just dumb. It should be banned.
Journal
Yes,
problem.
they want to ban flat earthers. Yes, they want to ban anti-vaxxers. What they're saying is, you
Oh
should be
shit, how
allowed
long
to
are
be
you gonna be
stupid.
up with?
No, for real. Think
How
about it.
long?
By all means.
Yeah, I'm
I gotta
probably
get up
gonna
soon.
Believe the Earth is
eat
flat,
lunch and
or that
pack
vaccines
order
are,
shit.
cause autism and all that stuff. I'm not judging. I think you're wrong. Okay.
Where are we going? What is this?
I have no idea.
What is
That's
this?
Trolling
not
us.
something I regularly track, and I typically err on the side of I'm going to go with the officials for the most part. I lean towards trusting the government, but that doesn't mean I always do. By no means. You shouldn't just take a government's word for things. That's not what journalists should do. But when it comes to experts, what am I going to do about it? The point is, you're allowed to believe it. In my opinion, I think you're just nuts. I think you believe false things.
First blood.
But I think you'd be allowed to talk about it. I believe if we're going to educate people and change their minds, the conversation needs to exist. But you can't tell people they're not allowed to. But as I pointed out in my video just before this, you end up cleaning up groups, make them look good.
I still do not
If
have a
someone is
gun.
racist, and you say no racism, well, then the left espouses their version, which is acceptable, and the right doesn't. What do we see? The left publishes in the New York Times, they oppose race, oh, I'm not going to be in an interracial relationship, they claim.
I thought she was gonna
Literally the New York
reference
Times.
like her or some shit.
Conservatives
Like
aren't really
you,
talking about it all that
bitch.
much. They just look at banned for it.
Right.
So now when the average person looks in that window, they see the left being racist and the right not being, and it's because of bias.
What are they? That's all
And
I
that's the
saw
world
last
you
night.
create to make
I
yourself
got to
look
that
bad.
point and I was like,
Let's
fuck.
figure out
My
what
roommate went to
are
bed and I
online
can't
harms.
blast
The
this
plans
shit in
cover
the
a
living
range of
room while
issues
he's
that are clearly
sleeping.
defined in law, such as spreading terrorist content. Wow, child
Like 1 o'clock in the morning.
So-called revenge porn, hate crimes, harassment, and the sale of illegal
Dude,
illegal
you're the
goods.
worst teammate.
Yes, these things are all pretty bad, but what's a hate crime? As you know, somebody
Yeah, it's pretty
misgendering
awesome.
somebody else in the UK is potentially
He's
a hate
shooting
crime.
me.
I should just leave then.
Making a joke video where
Are
your
you
cousin
in?
does a Nazi salute is a hate crime. Ask
Yeah, I'm in your lobby.
But it also covers
I did
harmful
find a
behavior
Spitfire. Alright.
that has less clear legal definition, such as cyberbullying.
I did find a
and the spread of fake
Spitfire.
news. There it is. The spread of fake
I
news.
done. You can play it out, John.
We are rapidly
Mini
accelerating towards a
bagel
nightmare
number 5.
dystopia.
No,
Listen, I, above anyone else, despise
How
and
many
hate
fucking
fake news.
bagels come in
And
the
it's why I'm
bag?
very critical of the mainstream media. Those who
Well,
say
how
have
many
the
mini
answers
bagels
and were
can I
wrong
eat in
for
one
years
sitting?
on Russia. And what is it going
Probably
to do?
12.
Fines over
That's the real
online
question.
harms, and then they say it can include disinformation. What
Are
does
they
that mean?
filling you?
It means if
You
you're not smart, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get banned.
A little bit.
That is insane. Not everyone knows
And they're not doing their
everything.
job.
I'll tell you what they're trying to do.
I'm
In
just
my
dunking them in my tub
there
of
was
cream
a time
cheese, dude. It's pretty
when
funny.
most information was down to the great power.
I mean, that's what I do with my bagels. I don't spread that shit. I'm done.
I usually spread.
I've been dunking for fucking like years now.
That sounds like the life that I gotta worry about moving to Concord and
Yeah, well, that's why you go buy it yourself.
Right, Casey's cream cheese.
This is my shit. I can put crumbs in this shit if I want. And crumbs just add extra flavor later on.
Dude.
Google search
Casey, do you drink out of the carton?
so it's YouTube. That means
Yeah,
it's
but
gonna be extremely hard
for
for
some
voice
reason
like
my
mine or
dad
yours
thought it was
to
super
be
weird.
heard
I'm like,
when
what the fuck? You never did that? Like, that's in
prop up
every show or
mainstream media.
cartoon I've ever watched.
Ultimately, it means the government gets to choose what is true and what
Yeah, I
isn't.
get grief for doing
And you know what
that.
happens then?
By
They're
who?
gonna say
Your
whatever they
roommates?
want about anybody. Oh, that person.
Nah, real
Yeah,
good.
they're a white
Dude,
supremacist.
who cares?
Man,
The
your
only
ideas are
thing
gone.
I would care
You
about is
come
the
out and
crusties
say,
on the
I
outside.
think the
That's the only
government
thing that's kind of gross.
waging war is a problem. They're gonna say,
The
racist,
crusties.
deleted.
You
Or you're gonna
know.
say something like, there were no
No, I know exactly
WMDs
what
in
you're
Iraq, and they're gonna say, fake news, and delete it. That's the world we're heading.
Yeah, I don't know. Can't
It's not
stop
so
me
much
from
about
doing it
being
though.
wrong or
Too
being
lazy
stupid.
to cut.
It's beyond that. It's that the government is gonna find companies and tell you what is true and what isn't. That's what we consider true.
I mean, it's better for the environment, dude. Less dishes, less
Right.
energy
And they're gonna
used.
play this game.
Reduce that carbon
A
footprint.
lot of
It's
times,
happening faster and faster.
I would just
and
like to
it's
get
not
thirsty,
gonna disappoint upon us.
and I want one sip.
I got some more videos coming. I
Yeah,
one more video
I don't need to pour a whole
exactly.
glass. I just want to take one chug of it, and then I'm good for a while.
I actually do it a lot more with juice because I feel like that craving with juice a lot more. But
Yeah.
I know what you
No,
mean.
I agree. I also do it with milk though. Sometimes like, I want some milk.
I only do it with milk.
I think the reason I don't do it with milk as often is because the crusties, dude.
Crusties.
Can't do it.
In my video earlier today, I brought up Paul Krugman's
shit,
stories
Casey.
op-ed about how Republicans are the real extremists.
Figured it
I'm also
out.
wearing glasses.
Fucking
My
division.
contacts are all screwed up. But I digress.
How to fucking blast past 500.
Paul Krugman
Last
says,
past?
today's column tries, among other things, to make the point that
Oh,
Republicans
you were telling me
are
there's
ways
some way,
to
but I
fight
forgot
the
how.
Republic on economic issues and
Like
even
upgrade your
motivate
armor or
them
some
to
shit?
do right. It's wrong. It's
Reconstruction.
really weird. It's really when you would say that and then show this graph.
Your
So I
armor.
decided to
So
look
you'll
into
have
this
your
graph,
weapons?
and
Yeah,
I
so
put
you have
it
your
in my
gear
main
set
channel video.
that you
This will be
make,
like an addendum.
and
As
then you find
man,
what
this
this
graph is
best fits your build.
fascinating. And this may
Did you guys see those
one
guys'
of the most
stats?
important graphs for the culture
No, I
war
didn't.
you'll ever see. Check it out.
Yeah, that
The
one guy.
solo
This is what Krugman
leader,
showed.
yeah,
The
37
2016
kills
election.
season 1,
Here's Trump,
37
all the red,
season
okay? So
1
red is
wins.
Trump, blue is Clinton. Maybe I can
It's the wins with every character, so just per character.
Just per
red
character.
is Trump and blue is Clinton. Now,
And
check
he
this out.
has 37 kills and 37
Social
wins
identity
with that guy.
dimension.
How has he done
Minus
that?
one is
That's
liberal
crazy.
and plus one is conservative.
Wait,
So
Probably
37
just sat in the
season
corner.
1 wins and 31 kills
Yes.
total?
Right is conservative on
I
economics.
think it was 37 season 1 kills.
If you're
What
over
the
here,
fuck? That's
Well,
you would
I think it was
be
a kill
on
a
social
win
issues,
is how it was
conservative.
lining up.
On economic
Well, he's
issues,
on the leaderboard.
conservative. Over here, you would be
You got
conservative
Alright.
on identity politics,
Alright, yeah.
but liberal on
Oh, guess what I
economic
found?
policy.
Oh, my game's lagging
Check it out.
hard.
Look how many of Trump's base
Oh,
are
I like
actually
it.
rather liberal on economic policy. Krugman thinks this proves Republicans are
Hold on,
extremists.
boys.
Gotcha, bitch.
He's wrong.
Dude, how did we get him? Did you get a gun? Oh shit.
Is that in
Up here,
terms
up
of
here.
identity politics, a lot of people say, I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Right here, right here.
Even, so this is mind-blowing.
I know.
Seriously, check this out. If Democrats
Thank you.
got rid
Oh,
of
wait.
identity
You don't have a
politics,
gun?
they might actually win. That's a damn shame, isn't it? Because here I am.
God damn it.
I didn't vote for Trump.
I'm trying to
shit,
come over there,
shit.
but I can't.
And
I
I'm
cannot
probably,
run right now.
you know, slightly to the center on economic issues,
guys just
but
switched
away
out.
from them. Actually, I'm probably down here in terms of social
There's a
identity.
little speed.
I am not in this weird
Oh.
cluster.
Yeah.
Here we
Look how
go.
far left
It's moving.
the left
It's
is.
moving hella
They're
slow.
quite literally as far left
Yeah,
as
that's
you go.
full
Look at this
sprint.
line.
I'm trying to do.
There's no conservatives over here, okay? There's one conservative extremist on this graph. So they say, how do they pull it? It's probably a poll, but we'll read through it at the top. But I'm going to start real quick. Check it out.
Ooh.
The most extreme
What the
you really get when it comes to Trump's base is opposing identity politics.
Grab
Now,
that
the
one,
people
grab
up here are probably very, very anti-identity politics. But you can even see
He's
that among
raising-
Trump voters, there are people who entertain that some issues are
Oh, what the fuck?
that I love over and over again is that social justice is a good thing.
Not who I wanted to
But
do.
this
They're
weird corner
everywhere.
is not social justice. It's absolutely not social justice. Okay? See this huge concentration of socialist identitarians? That's Clinton's base. So what happens if you're outside of this? Well, if you're not in the die-hard cluster of socialist identitarians, they point the finger at you and say you're doing something else. Now imagine this.
Heavy ammo here.
Let's say you are right here. And you're one of
we
the
played
two
20
red and
out
yellow
of 20.
dots. When this cluster looks at you,
Last
behind you they
place.
see Trump's base, and they assume for Trump's base.
I'm surprised
and then
no one
all the way
else
over
died
here,
before us.
anti-identity, economic
Right, we didn't even
right?
jump that
And they
early.
see them and assume it's whole base. But listen. There's one thing that seems
Why
to
would
be the majority
Caustic
of voters, and
and
it's not
Gibraltar
economic
get a
policy.
fucking
It's
4-5?
identity politics. Identity politics has literally
10%
liberals,
reduced damage in
liberals into
Because they
the arms
couldn't
of
make them
Trump. How
smaller.
many
The
times
hitbox.
have I said this? How many times do I need to say this? This graph is from 2017. Trump is trying to play.
I don't know why I also trust Gibraltar's ADS shield,
I
bro.
do. That,
It's
here's what he
OP.
said. Most are on the left. Look at this. Most people
Well,
on the left of economic policy.
If they wouldn't
Totally
pick the
fine. Fortunately for
fucking
you,
two baddest
get
guys
Trump
in the game,
elected
why couldn't
when
they
you start
pick the
pushing
skinniest
fringe
guy in the game and increase
identitarianism,
10%
and people
damage?
are like,
Incoming.
wait, what happened?
Dean told me they made Pathfinder even
Others.
smaller at one point.
I don't want to either of them.
Yeah, they did.
But I would these people are crazy. Look how clustered they are around their ideology.
Shit's
So people
going.
like me end up leaving. They lost their vote. If they didn't embrace the concept, Clinton was like, I wouldn't vote for Clinton anyway. I would have voted for Bernie. And my next video is about Bernie.
I don't know if they patch more often.
Trump's base is moderate. Absolutely moderate. Look at this. You got some people who are social liberal. Okay, if left to right is the economic spectrum, then people who are center left are like social liberal, and center right are classical liberal. And you can see that Trump's base are in the center. It's the Democrats that have gone off deep end and clustered around identity politics, identity and economics, all on the left. Very few of the Democrats are conservative economically. What's really creepy, look at these yellow dots, even some of these red dots. These are economic conservative identitarians. This is your alt-right. Seriously, okay. The people who are economically conservative, but identitarian, are your more likely right identitarians, okay? This is right here. Look how few and far between they are. It's rare. Almost none. Everyone avoids economic conservatism plus identitarianism, but the left has absolutely embraced identitarianism as well as left-wing economic policy. Trump's base, anti-identitarian conservative economics, and anti-identitarian across the board. So here's what I think we see. Some of these blue dots on the conservative side are never Trumpers. You can see they're kind of rare too. These are conservatives on both issues who are like, I'm not going to vote for Trump, I'm voting for Hillary. But look at all of the people that are anti-identitarian, socialists. Look at these red dots right here. That's as far left as you can go. That's like socialist economics. But they're anti-identitarian, so nope, ain't going to vote for Clinton. Seriously, look at this. Identity politics. Let's see what this is about. Let's start with the beginning and I'm going to jump down. Tensions between and within the two parties. Key findings. The primary conflict struck in the two parties involves questions of national identity, race, and morality. While the traditional conflict over economics, though still important, is less divisive now than it used to be. This is the potential to reshape the party's coalition. Yeah. One of the things that you see like Ezra Klein and Vox trying to do is say that people like me are conservative,
out on us.
even though economically and even on social issues. Check this out. First, let me just stress. They say that economics, still important, is less divisive. Because yes, what they want to do, if they want to take someone like me who's probably down here, I'm like, rather neutral on the issues, I recognize the importance of fighting for social justice, for avoiding authoritarianism, and avoiding progressive, so
I'm good.
Shut everyone down and take away everyone's freedom. No, that's not how you solve the problem. Racism, these are problems. Sexism, transphobia, problems. Solve them, compassion, liberty, understanding. We have done so well in this country to expand civil rights to various groups through liberty.
Casey, you should take
We've
the purple
expanded
backpack with your
liberty
fucking white
to people,
backpack.
civil liberties. Not by going the other
Wait, how
direction.
can you tell I have a white backpack?
Yeah, you stupid
Here's me
white
Going
backpack.
around this line as a
Stupid fucking white backpack.
economic policy, leaning
John, you
somewhat
got
in
helmet
favor
too.
of
How do you
politics.
know?
And they look at
I
me and
do.
insult
Yeah, how do you know this shit?
and deride.
Press
They
start.
want this cluster here to
And
be
then
the
look at the
conservative,
bottom
not
left.
this cluster. That way they can claim
Oh,
that.
and then what he is, Ezra Klein claiming Dave
That's
Rubin is
very
a right-winger.
helpful.
That way they can shift the overton
John
window.
knows that too.
Then CBS has this
The
show
helmet's
where they
here.
say that they should also enforce the overton
buddy.
window by punching people in the face. They're nuts. Let's see this.
It's
By
good
making
fires
questions
up
of national identity
Who
more
do you
salient,
want
Donald Trump
301?
succeeded in winning over populists,
I'll
socially
take it.
conservative,
I mean,
economically liberal
I'll take
voters.
it.
Look at
I got a
this.
hemlock, so I'm ready to
People
cut
like
sword.
me,
If you
who are
wanna go for it.
economically liberal, and socially
I'll
conservative.
say
Well,
during
I
that
should
flat
say like me
line.
because I wouldn't even consider
Anyone has some more
myself socially
heavy?
conservative. I would consider myself
Nope.
socially moderate or even socially liberal. But these people are fringe,
find some.
socially
I do not.
hardcore left, like
Ridiculous
ridiculous.
scope.
But
I
you
have
have
one.
people who are like, yeah, of course racism is bad, but yo, you're kind of losing it. But they're economically liberal. So what happens? They vote for Trump.
Alright, let's take
If the
this one.
Democrats get rid of identity politics, they would win. They don't care though. Who had previously voted for Democrats. Among populists who voted for Obama, Clinton did terribly. She held on to only 6 in 10 of these voters. Trump picked up 20%
Yeah, the
of these
G7
voters,
Scout
and the remaining 40% didn't
nuts.
vote for either major party candidate.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
why
annual
Clinton
KC.
lost.
So right
She
now,
didn't get
the
Obama's
item level
voters.
is
To the extent
509.
the Democratic Party is divided, these divisions are more about
And it gets
faith
up
in the
to
political
550?
system and general disaffection than they are about
515.
division. By
Oh,
contrast,
515.
Republican voters are more clearly split for the most part. Trump
Yeah.
and Cruz supporters look fairly similar.
It's a bitch
Though
though at
Cruz
this point.
supporters are considerably more
People have
concerned
been
about
here.
moral issues and notably less concerned about inequality and the social safety net and more pro-free trade. Casey supporters
at the point
are
where
true
it's
moderates, caught in between
I'm
the
gonna
two
have to look for
parties
better
on almost
weapons.
every issue, both economic and social. In both parties, the donor class is
Scrap
more
alert.
conservative on economic
That's
issues
probably
and more
hilarious.
liberal on social issues as compared to the
It's
rest of the
super
party.
fucking, it's super
Democrats
lame.
may
At
be
this
pressured to
point,
move
like,
further
I'm right
left
now,
in
I'm
identity
farming
issues,
for the
given that both
chatterbox,
younger voters of the party's donor class are quite far to the left
which
in
is
identity
the
issues. If
exotic
so,
SMG.
American politics will become further polarized along questions of culture and identity.
It's supposed to be really good for
And that's where we're
your,
headed. The divide is becoming
like my build.
identity politics or not. And that's why
I had like
think you see this
15,000
weird
damage per
confusion.
shot.
Why would someone claim Count Dankula was far right?
You like
Because he's
grinding shit like
anti-identitarian,
that?
and the left is identitarian. But it's weird that they
Do
try
I
and claim
like
that they're
it?
alt-right as well, because
Or like
alt-right is
not mine
identitarian.
dailies?
The
That's pretty much
alt-right
what
is
I'm
more
doing
in
in
line
Fallout
with their
76.
positions than they even
Well,
realize.
because it's
The only
different every
difference
time.
is the
That's the
stance
thing.
on
Is
which
that
race
the
and how and
NPCs,
when.
like the AI,
So you can
they're
take a
gonna
look at
act
some
the
of the
same,
alt-right
but they're
people.
never
They
gonna be
actually
doing the
come
same
down
thing.
here.
So it's always
Not
like a
super
different
far
fight.
left, but absolutely
true.
on identity issues. Culture
I'm
and
never
identity is
doing
the
the same
most important
thing,
And
really,
Republicans are resisting.
other than
This
fighting
graph
the same
shows us
people, but
And don't
that
get
the
any
Democrats,
Took a
people who voted for
I need
Clinton,
like 20.
are not only far left,
someone took a
cluster of leading
Pathfinder.
socialists
Okay,
and
I can't
identitarians,
attach to
which
it.
is what
Sweet.
we see in the culture war,
Thanks,
and
Dan.
those of varying backgrounds unified against them. Isn't that crazy?
Some energy
People who
ammo
don't
right
like
there.
Trump but don't want
What do you
identitarianism
think?
have backed away from the Democrats, and some of them are red.
I want to
Red
find
dots
those
that are
fucking
here.
people.
I'm there,
Absolutely insane.
Southwest.
I'm gonna end. I'm gonna end with this
There's some heavy ammo
one
here
quick
too.
snippet from a
Heard
new
some
video from
shots,
Jonathan Pye.
Steve.
Jonathan Pye is fantastic, and I'm gonna play this quick clip. I'm not gonna play too much. I just want you to see what he has to say very shortly. Very short segment. If you keep calling everyone a Nazi, you're gonna have to find a new word for the actual Nazi.
We'll see you, Casey.
People who imply
We'll see.
French Remainers are worse than the Nazis are the same people who helped get Brexit over the line in the first place. If you simply shout Nazi at anything you don't
Oh, right here, right here.
Fucking shroomies coming over.
Talking about Brexit,
Please.
Oh,
but this
so
is
dumb.
absolutely on point with what we're seeing today. They keep calling everyone a Nazi. Anyone outside of this little cluster, Nazi. And this is what we're really talking about.
Where,
There's a
Casey?
fucking
People who don't
decoy.
want the
They took the
identity
zip line out
issue
here.
If you're a staunch conservative on the issue, you're like, get it out of there. Or if you're even more liberal in an area like me, where you're like, no, it's okay, I'll just do it, the authoritarianism. Nope, everybody's bad. I got another funny video coming up in a few minutes. Stick around, I will see you shortly.
67 on that guy, Drew. Oh, fuck. Right there. Snuck up behind us.
Got two.
Drew, or John going. Right there, right there.
Coming behind you,
Fucking, I was phased. I don't understand why my he's going for reses.
Back in June of 2018, Brianna Gray of
He's
The
got gold
Intercept
body
wrote
armor.
this story.
Sick.
Fetishizing identity
He's behind
politics
you.
could cost Democrats in 2020.
He's on the
And
rock,
boy,
on the
was
rock.
she right, because it's not even been a year, and we are already seeing the ramifications of the embracing of some of the, in my opinion, stupidest ideas and dogmatic religious behavior that is going to be the end, in my opinion, again, for the Democrats. Now, while I'll read just the first paragraph here, the 2016 Bernie Sanders campaign terraformed the landscape of political possibility. Socialist is no longer a slur. Medicare for all is a litmus test for 2020 hopefuls. And Americans are no longer so inured to the influence of money in politics. to millions on the left. The
I'm
then
ready for the
relatively
next character
unknown
to come
Vermont
out.
senator's unexpected surge in the 2016 Democratic primary and consistently strong approval ratings
Is that who it is?
demonstrate that electoral victory in 2020 requires adopting much of his platform
What does he do?
and approach to politics. This means, among other
He's
things,
electric.
making
So
economic
he's got like
inequality central to any prospective
kind of
presidential
like what
agenda.
the Arc
I
Star
agree.
does. That
Economic
kind of
inequality.
power,
Ah.
so he shoots. They think
Because
that he's
you
got
see
like
these people at these
probably
colleges, like the
grenade
college
or some
scandal where
shit
the
like
rich
that.
people cheated to get on sports teams, and typically it's what they do.
Or he lays down a fucking
There is a
electric trap.
class
I
barrier.
don't know. I just know
I have no
he's
problem recognizing
electric guy.
the advantages that rich people have that are
Stun.
plainly obvious that
Every
poor people
character
don't
Really
from
have.
now
fucking-
on is just gonna
However,
be an
what the
offensive character.
identitarians are trying to do
Because
is they're
no one
trying to
gives a
claim that
fuck
someone
about the
like Serena
defensive or
Williams, yes,
support,
this
it
happened,
seems like.
who is worth millions of dollars and one of the most powerful people on the planet, is underprivileged or marginalized. I'm sorry. There may be some social circumstances where he does face, sexism and racism and all that, but I'm sorry, listen. The millions of dollars you have offsets that, okay? So class is a real, barrier. But I think that, too, we've actually done some pretty great things as in our country of fixing these problems. A poor person today has a refrigerator and air conditioning. Didn't have that 100 years ago, right? So things have gotten better for
Look at
everybody.
me, I can grapple all over the
Unitarians
fucking
are
map.
trying to claim that race is more
How about
important
them
in
apples?
terms of your access than the money you have. That is plainly false. And thus, they are going to reap the ramifications of their own embracing of identity politics, including Mr. Bernie Sanders. Interestingly, they love to claim that
Yeah, I
Bernie
got
did all these
a
great
drop
things, while they omit what Bernie Sanders also did. Played into the wage gap myth, and made comments about white people not knowing what it's like to be poor, which we'll get to in a second. But let's move into the present. Maybe we'll come back to this and take a look at some of the ideas they had, but let's move into the present. Jill Dolopovich, I don't know who that is. She's a writer, lawyer, author of H-Spot, the feminist pursuit of happiness. Now, we have this tweet from Stedman, which is a quote. People, I don't know what it is. Quote. Pete Buttigieg said, "This is just a preliminary analysis, but our team's initial report shows we raised over $7 million in Q1 of this year. We, you, are outperforming expectations at every turn. I'll have more complete analysis later, but until then, a big
The fuck is this? I'm getting punched out here.
Stedman said, "May your tweet may outrage Senator Warren." Well, in response to learning
why
that
is-
the woman who's running is
I
not going
hear
to raise as much
press
money
start.
as
I did leave
a
his
white
game.
man, Jill
Literally,
Nah,
Dolopovich
let's see
says,
what Casey's got.
"Fascinating and predictable to see Democratic
Scott.
donors throwing their money behind the white male candidates, even those who are far less experienced and qualified than several of the women." Yes, Pete Buttigieg, I
meat
actually think
shielding
it's fair to say in many capacities is less experienced than Elizabeth Warren, who's on the national stage, and Pete Buttigieg is a local mayor, a small town mayor, not small
Good for
town, but
you,
South
you
Bend
killed
mayor.
2
But he
AFK
does have
guys.
military experience, and he did help transform the economy in his town. I don't like most of his policies. I think they come straight out of a Democrat playbook, and I'm not sure he's actually thought of them himself. But now we can see Pete Buttigieg, who is openly gay, and would be the first major contender who is LGBT
What are you
identified
doing?
in a major political party. Not good enough.
Can't climb
He's a
that.
white man. Congratulations. And you know who I blame for this?
Ooh.
Not entirely, but I do blame
Oh.
Bernie Sanders, and there's a reason why I'm not as big of I like Tulsi Gabbard more than Bernie now. Tulsi has
Need the
rejected
heels.
identity politics.
Yeah,
Don't
okay,
take my word
so-
for it. She did an interview with Michael
fuck, I
Tracy,
just got
who is a
taken.
progressive journalist, where she said,
Looks like
"It
I'm going
is
somewhere
bad,
else."
it is divisive, we can't, have these things, and
Good
it's just
thing
like
too,
Bravo."
there's like 4 teams here.
I think there's some
Casey,
policies
just go kill him, bro.
that I think she's wrong on.
Honestly, I probably
But
gotta get off.
on the
There.
issue
Oh,
of
somebody
war
jumped
and
behind
on
you.
the issue of identity
Swear
politics,
shot,
I'm like,
shadow.
bingo.
Saw-
There you
Yeah,
go.
it was from the
Staunchly anti-war,
ship.
anti-intervention, and full disclosure, I did
I'm
support her
raising
for
you.
this, it was a donation, just so you guys know it's clear, as I give you my
God
opinion.
damn it.
But Bernie has played the game, and we'll get to Bernie. Well, Glenn
Don't bring me
Greenwald
back.
made a
We can go
rather
back and clean
strange
up.
Bring me back.
statement.
Yo,
Two parts.
bring it
The
chill.
first
back, man.
being
Don't
good,
bring
and
me
the second
back,
being
bro.
Don't
not
bring me
recommended.
back.
Glenn Greenwald
I don't want to
responded
be
to
respawned, man.
Filipovich,
Casey, just
and
go
it's a
find
funny
somebody.
string of quote-unquote
Hello?
quotes,
Let's
of
go
course.
fight, bro.
He said,
What?
"Note how the
I'm already
first ever
here.
open
Tom
LGBT
Clancy.
credible candidate for president is dismissed as
I'm
nothing more
already here.
than a white
after
male.
we've
The
been
historic
yelling.
nature of his candidacy crassly erased
Last
and
half
him
mile.
reduced
Man.
to his sex and race, as though being LGBT
Totally
isn't any
worth.
kind of notable barrier
I
or
got this on my
marginalization."
body shield.
I think Glenn
I
is
saw it first.
slightly miffed by this because he is also openly gay. And so here you see someone that's actually overcoming
I'll say it first
marginalization,
once.
being reduced to his
Stay away.
race.
It's my greed.
But then it gets weird because Glenn then goes on a tweet.
Whoa, why is Aqua
This is the pathology that causes centrist Democrats to
Is it
erase
Mexican?
what
You
would be
whipped
the
it.
extraordinary and
I was about to
historic
go
nature
flying
of a
past my
Sanders
screen.
presidency, the first ever Jew to occupy the Oval Office in a country with a long history of anti-Semitism. They wield these concepts so
Oh,
crassly
body
and cynically.
armor.
Yes. Oh, it was the
what was
centrist
it?
Democrats
It was
embracing
a
this.
helmet.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah,
No,
what
the
body
people
armor?
who are in Congress right now on the Democratic side who
Well.
embrace
Alright,
libertarianism
let's
are the socialist
Here.
candidates.
You have it.
But I guess Glenn, who is more
Oh
of the
no,
Bernie
no,
type,
you're good.
wants these more left-wing
There's
policies
armor.
and not libertarianism.
Got
And I can agree with that
R45
to a
and
certain
a
extent.
Mozambique.
Unfortunately, it's the far
Thanks,
left embracing
Casey.
libertarianism. Not Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi, who's come out against the Green New Deal, which
I got
was
another
loaded with
301,
libertarianism,
baby.
or who rejected the Russiagate tribalist nonsense. But now we get to
Oh
Mr.
shit, they're
Sanders.
here.
Here's PolitiFact, March 7, 2015. Bernie Sanders
Yeah, we're like
was wrong to say,
50.
when you're white, you don't know what it's like to
Not
be poor.
even.
So I'm sorry, who is
Solid
embracing
45.
identity politics? Because even PolitiFact said false. Yes, clearly, of course,
solid
white
85
people know what it's
meters.
like to
White
be
armor.
poor. Doesn't matter what your race is,
I
you
see
have
one,
no
yeah,
money.
right here.
How many, you ever see go to Chicago and walk downtown, you'll become poor white.
Fuck him.
During the Democratic debate in economically correct and
Oh no. Oh no.
Senator Don Lemon asked both Hillary
Blue
Clinton and
helms.
Bernie Sanders the same
Shit.
question. In a speech about policing, Lemon said, the FBI Director James
Get in
Comey
here.
borrowed a phrase saying everyone is a little bit racist. What racial blind spot do you have? When it was Sanders' turn to answer, he began by talking about several specific examples of racial discrimination. He then drew a contrast with what whites experience. saying, when
Gibby's
you're white,
running
you
that
don't
way.
know what
He's
it's like
still
to be
above
living in a ghetto. You don't know what it's like to be poor.
He's
You
going
don't know
for
what it's like
res.
to be hassled when you walk down the street or you get dragged out of a car, Sanders said. Several readers asked him to take a closer look at Sanders' comment that when you're white, you don't know what it's like to be poor.
Oh, he's one
Well,
shot, bro.
Oh.
here we go. The
Yeah.
PolitiFact pulled up the numbers. In fact,
I had no
white
body
people
armor.
are the majority of
Damn,
people in
God.
poverty.
Oh, there's
Now,
a home.
it is also factually accurate to say that there is a disproportionate amount of people of other
Wow.
ethnic backgrounds and races that are in poverty.
82
there are,
damage.
African Americans
Move.
make up around 13%
Alright,
of the
boys, I gotta
population.
go.
But they
Alright.
have half
We'll
as
have
many
to get
more
one another
people in poverty
time.
than around half, a little bit more
Yeah.
than white people. So it is disproportionate.
Peace out, dude.
Hey, I like the girl.
But it's also
I like
important to
the
point out that
The song
Thank
called
you.
The
I started
Girl.
watching
White.
Invaders
So
on
Bernie
recently.
decided to play the game of identity
Oh, yeah,
politics.
that's
He also
just
talked about the
amazing.
gender wage gap, which is
Dude.
absolutely
Yeah.
not
He's
true.
the man.
It is
Childhood
misleading
staple.
to take
I'm gonna
all
sing the
jobs
damn
of all
songs.
people into gender
Alright.
because,
See you,
as
boys.
the best way I've
Alright,
explained
see you,
it,
dude.
you're comparing the salary of the CEO of
I'm
Ralph
about to start
Lauren
packing some orders,
to
Drew.
a
I'll probably
cashier
hop
in a
on
store.
later
Or a
though,
better
if you
example
want to
would
play
be,
Apex.
it's comparing the salaries
For
of
sure, I don't
petroleum
see
engineers to
Division.
school teachers. It makes sense. And that's why the
I've
aggregate numbers
still gotta
don't
grind
make
like
sense.
fucking so
Maybe
far.
there is cultural
Dude, I can
having
get
to do
you.
with
I can
what
get
jobs
you to
people are choosing,
500
and maybe society
in like
constructs that's fine, but Bernie
maybe
plays
4
the game.
hours.
They say
Yeah,
Sanders
right.
was certainly wrong to suggest that
No,
whites have
I'm
experienced
telling
I feel
you,
like
like,
me
honestly,
and you played
What?
for like
I grew up on the
way
south side
over
of
4
Chicago, okay?
hours.
In
And
a
then
I
I
know,
most
but
fixed
it's gonna
neighborhood,
put
I can
me
assure
in
you,
your
there were a bunch of slack-jawed,
level
yokel white
bracket.
people with missing teeth who
And
were
since
poor.
I'm 509
And one dude I knew
already,
downtown
I'm
was
already
addicted to
technically
crack,
level
and he made
34.
like $20 a day sleeping
So I
on
mean,
the
everyone
ground,
that I'm shooting
panhandling,
is
and then he
gonna
would
be
go buy drugs
dying
with it.
super
Yes,
fucking
I
quick
think most of us have
until I
seen
get to World
there
Tier
are poor white
5,
people.
which is
In fact,
level
they
500.
voted for Donald Trump. And I think what Bernie did here is he really hurt the Democrats.
you're not already?
This is a kick in the face.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
am
say this.
already in World
And
Tier 5.
I'm not
Since I
someone
was
Oh,
who
in
until
your,
I
has ever
your
really
group,
identified with like
Yeah, see.
whiteness or
when you
anything
get
like
there,
that.
all the enemies
Although I
are
think
gonna
most
be
people probably
fucking
haven't.
cake.
But I grew up in a
Like, I
mixed race
literally just
neighborhood in a
run
mixed race
through it
family.
and
To
just
say
shoot
for the
everyone.
1,515 billionth time for those who know me.
Okay, possibly I might.
I don't
Culture
stop
where I was
moving
actually
forward.
concerned about who
Maybe
was
if we
like
get
was
Dan
racist,
on or
who was
some
poor. It was
shit.
like we were all poor.
Yeah, I
And
can
there was an
grind
Asian
you
dude, a
through
Latino
that.
dude,
Like,
a
I
black
grind
dude,
you
a poor,
both through
a
it
dude from
easy
Poland, and we
peasy
were all
because
poor.
I did the grind.
And that was life.
So
You
now
said he's
all the
level
people
Bernie up
that
and said
play with
this,
me,
and to me it was really offensive because it speaks to
Huh?
my community.
You said he's 30.
The people I knew who were suffering and struggling
But
were just told they
not
had no idea what they're
500
talking
or
about.
whatever.
And here I am,
Or-
their neighbor, saying, no, these are
yeah,
good people.
I mean, shoot down.
And I
That's fine, I'll
experienced this
do that.
alongside them. We were
Alright.
brothers and sisters in
Yeah,
arms,
I'll let you know.
like in arms during this poverty.
Coming.
When I
Peace
saw
out,
these dudes doing drugs, overdosing, dying, when a girl in my neighborhood that I sat now with overdose. I knew exactly what it meant when my friends who are white were cool.